Hey, guess who has an approximate knowledge of the French language and has done absolutely nothing to prepare for this episode? This moi, je suis hexagon en mosaïque, which, according to a genuine French person, that is accurate, so I shall run with it. Anyway, welcome back to Lunatea's Vale, although, are we still in Lunatea at this point? We seem to have transitioned over into the Fifth Kingdom, which people just sort of agreed is in another world or another plane of existence or something. I'm not quite sure why that is. It's just the Fifth Kingdom, it's the Sea of Tears, but not. So, perhaps if I pay attention to this cutscene it'll make a bit more sense. But there are a whole load of plot elements that are all introduced at once here, where... See, game, you had really good pacing up until this point, and you are still my favourite game of all time, but the ending, well, basically the past couple of levels onwards don't really make sense in the grand scheme of canon. Oh, Lyrida, shut up, you're not gonna die. We just hit you in the face a couple of times. You will live. I have decreed it. I'm the protagonist. How do we even note the King of Sorrow is even a guy? Like, bearing in mind, like, that's not even like a Tumblr-y statement. Like, legitimately there were, I think, Denmark and several African countries and probably others had female kings. That was just where Sunset's Dream. I forgot that was a thing. Okay, so this is the Kingdom of Sorrow. I don't believe we ever get a proper name for this place in the game itself, but if you look at the soundtrack of this game, then you'll discover that it's in fact called Hyuponia, or I always pronounced it Hyuponia as a child, but it's Hyuponia. And I don't think you were counting on me bringing the fuck with me, so I shall zoom to the stars. I've not played this level in ages, so this is essentially blind, because I think I played it once on Christmas Day when I got this game for the very first time as a child, because I played through basically... why? Why would you do that? I was about to land and you disappeared. Sideways. And at some point in this opening sequence, I remembered that I still have yet to go back and collect the other Momett doll bell from the previous level. Well, you don't have to know that. I'll just plug it in at the start of this episode and making this speech completely redundulated. Redundulated. Come here, you moo. Ah, death! Oh, that was quite the save. If I do. How? How do I keep living? I'm gonna get this moo. Okay, that involved some skilled timing. Yeah, of course that'd be a Momett doll bell. It couldn't be anything not required. At this point, the game is not going to be easy when you want to 100% it. That was, I'm sure when is exactly the sort of word I wanted to use there, but you get the idea. It's not going to be easy if you're going to go for 100%. I think the platforming itself is like medium difficult, but the 100%ing is, yes, difficult. For some reason, this area reminds me of Tales of Symphonia, and I don't know why, because I only discovered that game recently, courtesy of Miss Ella. And this game I've known for a while. Then again, I've not played this level in a while, but still. Although they are both made by Namco, so... In fact, I think there are actually some references to the Klonoa series in certainly there are some in Tales of Vesperia. I don't know about Tales of Symphonia. Can I help you in the background? I see you, baby, shaking that ass and pizza cleavage. Oh, hi! How's your sex life, you giant armoured fuck? Literally, the moment that I have a moo to throw at you, you will be stripped bare. You will be laid bare. I will lay low the mountains of your ass. Oh, you're just going to disappear. Well, okay then. More dream crystals. Now, I feel like it would be equal parts glorious and insulting if I were to 100% this level on my very first attempt. Like, getting all the dream crystals, all the Momett doll bells. You would take 2 things to kill. Just gonna chase me. I've forgotten every single bit of this level. And that nearly ended badly for me. Why is this a stone conveyor belt? Logic would dictate that you should jump just to not be as affected by space. For some reason, didn't realise I grabbed that gumi there for a second. I was rather concerned. Now I feel like I'm missing a Momett doll bell, but for no good reason. I didn't even look up whether one I was missing was... Well, it doesn't matter. By now I will have completed it. At least as far as you're concerned. Away with you, you spike. Bothers me somewhat that we can't kill them and collect their dream crystals though, but then again, if we were to get them, then this level would be rendered too easy, because that would give us... how many is that, actually? What? Oh, we can kill them! Oh, that's reassuring. So we could kill these ones. How many is it? 5 plus 2 plus 2, 9. There are 9 in total. In each... giant enemy fuck bag. Okay, now you're sort of not a problem anymore, so I can just wait for you to step aside. Yeah. I fucked it. I nearly had it. I nearly could have had it if I'd just not fucked up that jump. Well, whatever. I don't really care. This is not a level I would enjoy replaying, as my childhood was clearly evidence. I remember it being long and having to take a break partway through so I could pause and eat Christmas dinner, or possibly something to do with New Year's Eve. I don't know, I have stronger memories of playing Skyward Sword on New Year's Eve, but that was a different year. That was a very different year. There were some years separating my receiving this game and that. Oh, Keaton in a dangerous... Lovers in a dangerous kingdom. It's like a space-time, but kingdom. Oh, Christabel would be proud. Can I help you down there, you side spiker? So, like, needless to say, if you boop into the spikers whilst holding an inflated enemy, it will probably pop, and you will not be able to continue using it, for it will be gone. How is that? Either this is an even longer level than I remember, or I'm severely missing some Momett doll bells. Because ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding, it is time for bell. Is that part of the music? I'm hearing weird windy whistles. No, the thing happened that I was doing a terrible job explaining the other time, or that time ago, where, because you're having to mash the jump button in order to fly with this thing, when the thing runs out, you, like, keep mashing the button, which means that you mash the button to hover. Oh, the boomerang guys are back! And now they look fancier. But, yeah, you're mashing the button to fly with the Keaton, but then when they pop, you mash the button, which means that you hover, like you do a double jump, but only for like half a second, but because you're mashing the button, that cancels it in midair, so it's kind of very... Ah, so you're gonna hit me, aren't you? You didn't. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ba, 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 da. Wow, all that for a heart. Well, I don't trust you, sir. I'm going to take you on a journey of life and mystery. And bread. Because, you know, we all love bread, don't deny it. Don't deny. Could you be helped up there? Did I sincerely have to bring this all this way? I did not. Then what fuck? Ooh? W? What does you want from me? You very game. No, I didn't want you to touch the upper butt. There we go. That wasn't as difficult as I was making it for myself, but still. It's reassuring to know that you can just hover in place above one of those platforms and it will respawn by the time you land, but you do have to be fairly good with your timing in order to achieve that successfully. I do hope that I get all the Momett doll bells on my first run of this one, because I'm not, like, despite my extended and fully legitimate reaction, like, that's not even me being suspiciously specific in my denial, like, sincerely, that was my genuine reaction in the last episode. But revisiting the arc, like, that's not a bad level. I'm not that upset with having to do it again. But this one, like, it's so long, and yeah, it's really atmospheric, and I'm enjoying it so far. I don't have any particularly negative memories, I just remember that it's very long. You... That went better than expected. This is just a game of skill, it is a mental game. Of course I'd missed the last one. I don't even remember what made this level long, I thought it was just a lot of it. Yeah, and then this one stops right in front of me when it comes to the end of its cycle. I'm not going to foolishly fool. Got you, you bastard. And now die. I swear if I'd somehow managed to miss that most crucial of shots, then I would have died in the face. Only the face, though. Also, how? How have I only been going for about 10 minutes? This is unheard of. This is a lengthy level. it is the Western Super Boob. Like Western Super Mare, but it's a boob. Oh, I see what you want from me. You want me to do this. Ha! I've played other games in this franchise. You can't fool me with your puzzles. Although, I maintain, these are like Game Boy Advance, like Klonoa game mid-game degree of puzzle. Like, this sort of puzzle you get from like World 3 onwards, I feel like, in the Game Boy Advance Klonoa games. Although, to be fair, they were more liqueur-y. Well, this is gonna be fun. Timing is everything, apparently. Okay, that was harder than I made it look. I will throw up both hands and say that took legitimate skill on my part, because you had to make sure the platforms didn't respawn when you were throwing the liqueur down, otherwise it would respawn and pop the liqueur on its way down. The way down machine. But also, you can't float when you're holding a liqueur, so you have to be careful with everything. Oh, you want me to re-grab? Well, I can't sniff, so what do you want from me? Damage. No damage. Ooh. Well. Care is being taken at every juncture. How did I live? These dream crystals are absolutely not worth it. I got that Momett doll bell. I'm content. Of course, it's just practice for these lumps at the end of this lumpy lump, but still. Oh. Ooh. Meow. Meow. That was racking several nerves, and that is this Duplus's office from Paper Mario 2, which I have no intention of Let's Playing, but I may do it anyway, just to spite people. I don't know. I have no plans to at the current moment. I have made hexagon badges for my Twitter thing of all the games that I intend to cover in the near future, and that is not one of them, I can tell you for free. Whoa, tet on tits. Tet on your tits. It's like to get on one's tits, meaning to be annoying, which is me, right now. I'm sorry, I shall evacuate your breasts. I apologize. You see what I was saying? This is a very long level, even though I feel as though we've done levels that are about this I mean, to be fair, even though I was playing crappily and had an entire boss beforehand, I feel like the arc revisited was technically longer than this. But this, in my mind, has always been just the ultimate archetypal long level. This particular bit reminds me of 5-1 from the first game. Oh, egg! I will grab you. I will take you. You will be taken. Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson's knees son. Liam Neeson's knees on his niece on ease on a Neeson. Because that's totally how you pronounce Nissan. Jeez, America. First you can't pronounce Hyundai, and now you give me Nissan. Nissan. Shut up. But seriously, I have no patience for people who say Hyundai. Like, either pronounce it the over-anglicized way and call it Hyundai, or pronounce it Hyundai, which is how it's spelled. Where the fuck are you getting Hyundai from? I am genuinely curious. Answers on a please card post. Speedrunning tactics! Except not. Just thought maybe there'd be a Momett ding up there. See, if we weren't so late into the game, that's what I'd start calling them. Just Momett ding. Another checkpoint. We're in this for the long haul, apparently. Ah, the long haul. Reminisces about things. Well, actually, over the weekend, I was on what they call work experience, and one of the things we had to film was in the so-called... Are you gold? What do you differently? I don't trust you. Ah! I'm guessing that means that you are very Teton. Going slowly just so I can monitor if there is like a hidden egg in one of these, because I wouldn't put it past this game to put one in there at this point, because we're missing one ding. Yeah? Okay, there's not one in there as far as I can tell. It would have a shadow. Yeah, I did work experience. I mashed the button. Okay, so, work experience. And there was a place called the Great Hall, and that was somewhere that we had to film. Oh, now we have 2. I can see why you gave me a checkpoint. Stressing syllables unconventionally. if I continue to rip off Bisq upon a bus, will anyone notice? But to be fair, we have our differences, but I have stolen many a meme from him, for he is memeful. He is memingful. What do you mean? Which is a card game that's like Cards Against Humanity, but with memes, and I would play the ever-loving shit out of it if I owned it, but I don't. Now this seems like the sort of place where they would put a Momett ding. I'm just running with this now. I think there's about 7 more in the game, as in 1 in this level and then 6 in the next level, and I think that's it. But I'm just running with it now. It's a Momett ding. Where is the last one? I don't want to be Momett done with my Momett dings. You know, Tiddly Bisq. No one's gonna get the reference to Tiddly Bisq. This feels very end of level-y. Please, another checkpoint! A hole in the wall! Okay, no, that is another... Well, actually that's Rick and Morty, but still. I feel like someone should have recommended that series to me by now, and they haven't, so... I'm just going to assume that that was going to be Just's responsibility, and she never got around to it, so... Yeah. Yeah, you get out of the way, because I feel like that, again, would you hide an egg? Would you risk it for a biscuit? I wouldn't. I have better things to do with my life than biscuits. How do you even do a biscuit anyway? Well, but Tiddly Bisq, though. Ah. Am I high? Wait, I'm actually recording this. Oh, there's the final Momett doll bell. The Momett ding. Momett ding! That's like me announcing to an American version of my mother that a bell functions. Mom, it ding! Ah, we got it first time. But John Lennon, dying is death. I don't know where I was going with that. I feel like I was half making a reference to something that I've never seen, and it just sort of turned into the Beatles giving a lecture to the Lemon Man about murder or something. I don't know. Is that in poor taste? I genuinely don't know. I don't know what my life is. But we have all the Momett dings, and I'm content with existence. Do. What? Oh no. Oh, this is like one of those minigames from the DS version of Super Mario 64 DS, as opposed to the Nintendo 64 version of Super Mario 64 DS. Oh, I can go up and over, and down and under. I missed another one of the fucks. Why, Teton, why? Why, Teton, why? In case you missed the do, I suppose? What could possibly be... Anything can happen, but what could possibly be the secret of the way to even before? Once again, I've been told that people enjoy these little tangents of mine, and once again I must ask, what's wrong with you? You should probably see someone for this affliction. In other news, I recently passed 600 subscribers, so that's cool. Thank you, everyone. Oh, have we reached the end of the level? See, this started so informative by mentioning that the kingdom is called Hyuponia, or Hyuponia, depending on your pronunciation of Phantomillion. And it just ended with me talking about Tiddly Bisq and Fwang. There was no mention of Fwang. And on my recording, that brings us up to just over 20 minutes, but there were some bits that I intend to cut out, so it should be about fine, which means that I could go and record getting the last Momett ding from the previous level. And the episode will turn out a really good length. But anyway, before I go and do that, which I think I'll splice it in at the end of the episode, just to make sure that my commentary makes sense, I do believe in the next episode we will be taking on... Yes. All of my yes. This level is... very good. You will want to see this. I would want to see this if I knew what it was. I know what it is, but if I didn't know, but I knew that I didn't know what it was, I would want to see it. It's very good. Join me for that. I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. And I knew it was in there. You had to use a boomy to double jump to grab the error bill when it's at its highest, and then use that to jump as high as possible. I knew I shouldn't have given up on this. Well, whatever. There you go. Have been, will continue to be Tessex. I need to finish this level. See you in the next one.